A paradox of our own making: intelligence versus instinct. We humans pride ourselves on our intelligence. Our capacity for complex thought, innovation, and creativity sets us apart in the animal kingdom. Yet we often find ourselves engaging in behaviors disturbingly similar to our less evolved counterparts. We fight over resources, stake claim to territory, and engage in destructive competition. How can we reconcile this paradox? Are we truly masters of our destiny? Or are we simply driven by primal instincts, masked by a veneer of sophistication? We build towering cities, marvels of engineering and design, yet we pollute the very air and water we depend on. We develop complex systems of governance and trade, yet we often prioritize short-term gain over long-term sustainability. This dichotomy lies at the heart of our current predicament. We possess the intellectual capacity to understand the consequences of our actions, yet we often fail to act in accordance with this knowledge. This disconnect, this inherent contradiction, is perhaps the greatest threat to our continued survival. We must confront this paradox head-on and acknowledge the powerful influence of our more primal urges. Only then can we hope to transcend them and chart a course towards a more sustainable future. The allure and illusion of luxury, a world consumed. The modern world bombards us with images of luxury. We are constantly told that happiness lies in acquiring more possessions, more experiences, more wealth. This relentless pursuit of material gratification has come at a steep price, a cost borne by our environment and ultimately ourselves. From fast fashion to disposable electronics, we have created a culture of consumption that is devouring the planet's resources at an alarming rate. Our oceans are choked with plastic, our forests are razed to make way for cattle ranches, and our atmosphere is saturated with greenhouse gases. The irony is that this pursuit of luxury often leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. We accumulate possessions, yet we crave more. We seek happiness in material goods, but true contentment remains elusive. This cycle of consumption is not only environmentally unsustainable, but it is also emotionally and spiritually bankrupt. We must break free from this illusion of luxury and recognize that true wealth lies not in what we own, but in the health of our planet and the well-being of all living creatures. The strings of power. Are we dancing to their tune? Are we truly masters of our destiny, or are we unwitting participants in a system carefully orchestrated to benefit a select few? While it is tempting to frame environmental destruction as a collective societal failing, it is crucial to acknowledge the role of power dynamics in perpetuating these harmful practices. A small percentage of the global population, often referred to as the elite, hold a disproportionate amount of wealth and influence. These individuals and entities often profit from industries that are most detrimental to the environment, such as fossil fuels, mining, and large-scale agriculture. Through lobbying efforts, campaign contributions, and control over media narratives, these elite interests exert significant influence over government policies and public opinion. They often prioritize short-term economic gains over long-term environmental sustainability, perpetuating a system that benefits the few at the expense of the many. It is essential to recognize these power dynamics and challenge the narratives that maintain the status quo. We must demand greater transparency, accountability, and a shift in priorities from those in positions of power. The sun's untapped potential, a clean energy future. The sun, a celestial furnace, bathes our planet in an abundance of clean energy. This inexhaustible resource holds the key to powering our world without the devastating consequences of fossil fuels. Yet, we remain shackled to polluting industries, clinging to outdated technologies that threaten our very existence. Solar, wind, geothermal, and tidal power offer viable, sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels. These technologies have matured significantly in recent years, becoming increasingly efficient and cost-effective. Yet their adoption remains hindered by a combination of factors, including entrenched interests, political inertia, and a lack of public awareness. We have the technology, the resources, and the imperative to transition to a clean energy future. What we lack is the collective will to break free from the shackles of the past and embrace a more sustainable path. The time for incremental change has passed. We need a bold, transformative shift in our energy policies and priorities. We need to invest in research and development, incentivize clean energy adoption, and phase out subsidies for polluting industries.